talk about. Now, this is 10 of 11. I said I wanted to watch it, and I did. And it's going to start off in the way it started off. You might want to go and watch 9 of 11.
Can this really be the case? We decided to pay a visit to the institute.
Notice it started off with a pink, blonde-haired little boy. And they are Nordics.
And question them about this and some other information on their website.
It's 2 minutes. Do you have one question for us, sir?
Needless to say, our initial attempt.
They say they are for the advancement of human sexuality, but they are not human. You see how they keep throwing that word in our faces? It is called neuro-linguistic programming. I am supposed to keep seeing that word and keep seeing that word and keep seeing pink people, mankind. But then I am supposed to start calling them human. And that is the whole thing about neuro-linguistic programming, to get us to think the way they want us to think. Some of our thoughts not even ours, but we think that they are. And people react on them, like putting your babies in a car and driving off the bridge, if that ever happened. Or the woman, and I know this is true because she was in jail. She was next to me in jail. So I am someone who can say, oh yes, she did go to jail. She put her baby in a microwave, and when the dad came home, she fed the baby to the dad. Yeah, she went into the mental institution, but when they brought her to jail, the dad went into the mental institution because, of course, that would drive anyone nuts. And 8 months while he was in the mental institution, then they told him that he was doing fine, and they let him out, and he killed himself. And they programmed him to do that, so he could not talk about to anyone what happened. And that's why they hurry up, snatched him up, and put him in the mental institution, so he could not talk to anyone about it. Because they want to do all the talking, so that they can use neuro-linguistic programming on us.
Were met with resistance.
Can we get just one answer? On your website, which you make public, you say that you help those who are disadvantaged because of age sexually. Does that add up to endorsing pedophilia?
He looks like he is scared. And then look at him. These men who are into it, they don't even look real. They look like Frankensteins. So I wonder, are these their clones? Look at his eye.
I would strongly recommend it.
But look at his eyes. See how big they are when he turns his head? He looks as though he is scared, like there is someone there standing saying, if you say anything, you pink bastard, we will kill not you, but those you care about. How about that? That's what they will do, so they can leave you alive and have you live in misery. And this man does not want to live in misery because he sees every day those that his people have put in misery. And that's why he is with them.
Despite what appears to have been a denial, the Institute's website declares it is the sexual right of all people to engage in sexual acts or activities of any kind.
And this is the type of shit that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are teaching their children, and they are melanated people, so they have become Neanderthalic brained people, because now they run around with the Neanderthals. Basic, in the word basic, and this is the basics for their money. IC, you see the IC? Basic sexual rights. Really? So people have more sexual rights than they do for their life. Because if you tell people that they have basic, and you're saying basic, which means the foundation, that's why they use the 3 and the 4. 4 is foundation. They stick to these words. But if you do not know these words, you will not see them. But they are neuro-linguistic program. Basic sexual rights. What does that mean? Engage in sexual acts or activities of any kind whatsoever. In the word kind is kid, And it's also kin, which saying you can even have sex with your kin folks and you can have sex with your kids. That's what they call them. I do not. In the word activities, it is so funny. In the word activities, check that out. The act. Here's the word act, and then you have TI, and there's your victory. Remember King's victory? And there is another TI, but there is a IT here. And IT is internet technology, and that's what they're doing. They're using internet technology to do this neurolinguistic programming, and they're also using internet technology to keep people under mind control. You would be surprised the things that they can do. You should just go out and go on the internet and listen to these people who can tell you what they are doing. And if you would like to listen to your own kind, if you are of me, melanated, and you want to listen to melanated people, then Dr. Valentine is your teacher. I did not say follow Dr. Valentine because I follow no one. I follow myself. I follow no one, not anymore. I follow no one. I only follow me. However, I am a student and I will always be a student. So Dr. Valentine, I chose him to be my science teacher, and he is really good. And as I say, take what you need and leave the rest. But anyway, here's the word TIs again. And then you have the IES, which is the 135. So they are staying within. Remember, there was a page that had Crowley and Hitler is Crowley's son, and they were on page what? 135. That means something. 135, put them together and you will get 9, and that is the 9 heads. And Aleister Crowley and his son were of the 9 heads, just like Anu and Enki were of the 9 heads. However, Anu was nothing like Aleister Crowley. And if it was up to Anu, these niggas would be dead right now, because Anu was going to wipe them out. And I'll tell you a movie that I saw where they tried. I don't like to use the word try, but anyway, they put to their minds the 9 heads. They put to their minds to wipe them out. And their Enki saved them through Noah, but that's another story. So let's move on.
Whatsoever, and that people have the right.
And remember, I am a scatterbrain, so I will go from one conversation to another, but I will bring you back to the beginning, almost like full circle.
To sexual entertainment, including sexually explicit materials dealing with the full range of sexual behavior. If taken literally, these so-called rights would obviously include pedophilia and child pornography.
Pedophilia and child pornography, and these are the things that are, this is what is written on their website. Howbeit,
beyond all this, the Institute's founding director, Wardell Pomeroy, wrote
they're all pink.
Boys and Sex, in which he
And then the pink people say that I have a mental problem. Look at this, boys and sex.
promoted the idea of boys having sex
Why are they so fixated on sex? What the fuck is wrong with their brain cells? Poverty stricken.
with animals, such as a dog, a horse, or a bull. Pomeroy also stated that incest between adults and younger children can prove to be a satisfying and enriching experience.
Wow.
But the influence of Pomeroy's Sex Institute goes even beyond the academic community and into America's church.
And there's their cross. And they make sure that they keep their cross there, because their symbols are part of neuroprogramming too. The cross, that is a Christian thing. Christians to me are so funny. They always tell me about my cursing and my smoking, but you don't do shit the Bible says, so shut the fuck up. And when I start to tell them what the Bible says, oh, and please do not show them, because they can get so angry. Because hidden in the word Christian is CIA. And if you go and you watch Illuma Corp and listen to that man, you will know, being a Christian, you are part of the CIA, or the CIA is controlling you. I have not been a Christian since I was like 22, 23 years old, so I am a recovering Christian. I have never went back to it. I have never touched it. Although, when I was up in Richmond, the beginning of this year, Amy, no, I do not like going in churches. So then Amy says, hey, I have a meeting with such and such. Do you want to go? And I said, yes. Did not ask where she was going. And she parks outside the house. It's a house. But when we go in, it's a motherfucking church. And then we have the meeting, okay? The meeting is fine. But I am so uncomfortable in this place. And at the end, he is a preacher, a reverend. So he says, well, do you all care if I pray or let out with prayer or some shit like that? I don't care if you pray. And so he went to reach for my hand, and I said no. So while they prayed, I just looked around the church. I checked out his church while they prayed. And that was the handlers trying to get him to handle me, thinking, oh, she is in front of him and she is in the church and he wants to pray. She will pray with him. You stupid bastards. I keep telling you, you do not know me. Because fuck that pastor. That pastor is not telling people the truth. He is holding them now. Why? For money. And that's what they do. And this is a cross. And in their book, in Job, it says, it's like God, whoever he is, asks Satan, from whence does he come? He said, from walking up and down in the earth and to and fro. And look at these points. I'm telling you, you may not know this, but these are dickheads. These are 3 dickheads. And why is that point there? And why does it look like fire? For the altar boys. When the altar boy is to be blessed, he comes to sit on the priest's lap, or the pope, whoever the fuck. But when he sits on the priest's lap, this is what goes into the little boy's ass. And that little boy can see the tip of his candle when he holds it as he's walking down the aisle in the church, in the whatever the fuck they call it. Because his ass now is on fire. See? They keep these things for a reason. They may decorate their symbol a little different, but still the same thing. And what is he talking about? Pedophilia. So why would he use these? To tell you about church. They tell you the truth and then they put you back to sleep. And this is why nothing is being done about anything. They tell you the truth and then they give you music, symbols, and words to put you back to sleep. And some people repeat this shit not even knowing it because they have been put up under some form of a neural and symbolic linguistic programming.
The line from KINsey to the current district.
Do you see that? Someone is trying to tell us something. And that's what they do. They will do these videos to tell you something because they know. And they have been treated so cruelly, or maybe they saw someone who was treated cruelly. There's a pink man, and he says the reason that they killed... Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't stand these people when they do that. Well, I'll think of his name later. But he said the reason that they killed him, he had a show on TV where his sister was a drug addict, and he took over his sister's children. There were 3 of them, 2 boys and a girl. And he had a show, Bernie Mac. There you go. He said the reason they killed Bernie Mac, because it's a clone factory, but he does not call it a clone factory. But it's a clone something. He said that Bernie Mac took up for the clones or something. So I'm going to go back and watch that video too, just not right now. I would like to talk my ass off about these motherfuckers here because they have changed the face of human nature. They have human nature going so fucking backwards that I want to show it. I think I went to a game. Let me see. Was something on my YouTube page. I mean on my Facebook page. Okay, it is not there. It was something here on my Facebook page, and it was a woman. She got down on her knee to propose to a man. So now, and she is melanated. So now our melanated people, they're starting to make up their own culture. And we are the matriarch, so it doesn't make it appear as though the world is backwards, but we are the matriarchs. So of course she would get down on one knee and ask him to marry her. She has chosen him. He did not choose her. He thinks he chose her. But if she had not chosen him, he would not be with her. Right? So she has chosen him, and it would make sense to do that. But except one thing. That is the pink people's culture and not ours. And our people love the pink man's culture more than they love their own. If someone is to come and give the melanated man the culture, the melanated man will help destroy them. Prophet Noble Drew, they destroyed him, his own people. After they killed Prophet Noble Drew, and I read many times by different people on the internet, I don't know how true it is because Prophet Noble Drew didn't tell me this part, he just led me to it, where someone says they heard shots. But then there is someone who says that Prophet Noble Drew had his head laying in his lap when he died. He is possibly the one that killed Prophet Noble Drew. And then the chauffeur says that Prophet Noble Drew incarnated in him. So Prophet Noble Drew tells me, if I incarnated in him, then how come we have gone backwards? How come we have nothing? And why is the temple site? And where is all the estate? It is all gone. Because he did not incarnate in him. And then there was another one who said Prophet Drew incarnated in him. The ones who incarnated in him was these pink bastards. And they are called contemporary. They are the ones who incarnated in those two brothers. And Prophet Noble Drew called them pin up something. I forgot I put it. It's in the montage where you will see the picture where Prophet Noble Drew is on the wall, and this man is the one who says that Prophet Noble Drew incarnated in him, and he took the flock. And I guess my people just something fucking wrong with their brain cells because they seem to always need someone to follow. But they do not want their own culture. When Yahweh came to give us a culture that is not like America's, many of my people hated him. You know what Jenkins says about him? Jenkins said, does he put his pants on the same way you put your pants on, one leg at a time? I said, no, sir. I put my pants on the same way he puts his pants on, one leg at a time. Wow. Jenkins got furious. And the reason why is because Jenkins says that how can I know things that he does not know and he is older? Why would Yahweh ben Yahweh come to me first and not him? I could not answer that. I don't know. Maybe you can write Yahweh ben Yahweh. I have the address. Or just go to a feast and ask him. Yeah, he did not want to do that. He could not stand Yahweh ben Yahweh because Yahweh ben Yahweh told me things that he did not. That's what I thought at the time, but it was not Jenkins. That was his handler. The handler was pissed off that I had found out whom I am. And they don't like that. And I now have a culture that is not of the Neanderthal brain-dead culture. I do not want to be like them. They do not care about anyone, and they will take money to stalk you. Even if it's just enough money for them to pay their bills and buy a couple of fucking shoes and have some cable so that they can stay under this mind control of neuro-linguistic programming. And the author of all this confusion is Aleister Crowley. You can find his name in all the bullshit.
Instruction of the Catholic Church is very direct.
The Catholic church, even in Catholic. Go backwards and you will get CIA because they hide themselves in everything.
For the past 4 years, more than 180 people have come forward claiming they were sexually abused by priests in this area over the past 60 years.
Past 60 years. I am not even 60 years old yet. These niggas was fucking your children, your sons, before I was born. And some of you knew it because you breed to serve. Like in Oklahoma, all those children that you went and got, all of a sudden they just appeared out of nowhere as though it was a Spielberg movie or a Greenberg movie or some bullshit like that. Or a Goldberg movie. Whatever the fuck you think people's last name is. All of a sudden these people appeared. And when they first appeared, you thought that they would appeal to me forever. Because these pink motherfuckers, they will put things in your face to keep traumatizing you over and over and over. Remember, they have to repeat. So all of these people, these children, were somewhere in Oklahoma. And all of a sudden they are found. 21 minutes. Now he out.